In from Riggs High School, we welcome you to Pink Out Nights for the Piierre Governor volleyball team as they take on the Brookings Bobcats. Good evening to you. Joe Winkler here on this Tuesday evening. And the Governors, they will take on Brookings here in one of the final 2 weeks of the regular season. They will have 6 games in the last 2 weeks as they will play 4 this week, including 3 games at home and another in Aberdeen on Thursday, and then 2 more games next week to close out the year. You look at Brookings, and after tonight, they're done for the rest of the week, and then we'll play next week in Harrisburg and then against Sioux Falls, Washington to close out the year. So they have just 2 games left after tonight, where the Governors will still have 5 games left after tonight. And where they sit in the seed points right now, the Governors are in 11th place. Brookings is in 10th place. So this is a big game for seed points. And for the Governors to get a win against Brookings would push them above the Brookings Bobcats in the AA seed point standings. Sophomore game finishing up here as it's gone to a third set, so we will be just a little bit behind schedule for tonight. First serve was scheduled for 7 o'clock, but as it sits at 6:54, that is not going to happen here, so it'll be more around 7:15, closer to 7:30 by the time the sophomore game is over, and we get started with the varsity matchup. The Governors, a couple of notes here as we get into our pregame show. The Governors... The Governors are looking at the assists in Maya Keenel. She's got 39 assists left 38 assists left until she reaches 1,000 for her career. Now, the only thing is that probably will not happen tonight. It may happen against Aberdeen on Thursday, because the Governors, as we look at her stats, she's averaging about 20 assists per game. So it would take a 5-set match and a lot of high-scoring set matches to get her to the record here tonight and in front of the home faithful, and especially on Pink Out Night as well. But the most likely scenario is that she'll break that in Aberdeen on Thursday. Of course, we won't have that game for you up here, Governor football, as they take on Mitchell in the first round of the quarterfinal matchup of the 11 AA playoffs. That'll be right here on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. You can watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports as well. But Maya Keenel's 38 assists away from getting to the 1,000 assist plateau for her career, which would be a huge milestone and one that has been very few accomplished along this in this Piierre Governor tenure, at least in terms of continuing to keep stats. We'll talk with Coach Casey Keenels here later on in the pregame show, but also tomorrow afternoon on Coach's Corner on today's KCCR from 5:30 until 6:30. We'll talk about Maya Keenels breaking that record or getting over the 1,000 assist mark at some point here this season. So it's going to be a lot of fun conversation with her, and hopefully it's going to be a fun conversation after they get a win here against the Brookings Bobcats here tonight. The Bobcats, again, they're coming in. They're playing pretty well as of late. 4 of their last 5 that they've won, although they did lose to Rapid City Stevens out in Sturgis this past Saturday. But they went 4-1 out in Spearfish and Sturgis over that weekend. And so this team is feeling pretty good moving into this matchup. They're 6 of their last 8. So this is a team that's finding their rhythm here going into the final stretch of the season, and that's what every coach wants. You want to play your best when it comes down to the end of the season into the SODAC 16 and potentially in the state tournament if you're able to qualify. So the Governors are going to be able to manage a very hot team in Brookings here tonight. The last time these two teams played was in Brookings, and that was a win for the Piierre Governors on a late season game as well. But this team is, for Brookings, again, they're going to be not as experienced, and they graduate quite a bit from last year, but they still have a lot of players, a lot of faces from last year that were part of that Brookings Bobcats team. So the Governors and Bobcats coming up here just a little after around 7:15, I should say, for that first serve. We'll have that for you. We'll step aside as the sophomores pick up the 3-set win over the Brookings Bobcats. We will step aside for 3 minutes, so we will come back and have more of the pregame show. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Ranks High School, and you heard that legal ID play, you're listening to KCCR Piierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. It is 7 o'clock, and it is supposed to be the time that we had first serve, but for the first time this year in a game at Piierre or just in the Piierre Governor Volleyball game, we're running a little bit behind. The sophomore game went to 3 sets, so the Governor's varsity matchup against the Brookings Bobcats a little bit delayed, but it'll be right around 7:15 for that first serve right here on today's KCCR. And a good evening again to you, John Winkler, here on this Tuesday evening. The Governors, as we talked about in the first break, they are playing 6 games in the next 2 weeks to finish out the regular season. And when you look at the matchups that they have, you're hoping at the I guess maybe the worst that they do is 4-2. You want them to go at least 4-2 here in the last 6 games. 5-1, 6-0. That's going to be 2 big wins, or 1 to 2 big wins against either Aberdeen Central and Huron, or both. But when you look at it on paper, a win against Brookings here tonight, Yankton, Douglas, and then Mitchell, those are 3 very winnable games. I'm not saying that they can't beat Aberdeen Central, can't beat Huron, but when you look at where you're at, if you say, let's go 4-2, we like our spot where we're going to be at if we go on 4-2, and that's, I think, where the Governors are going to be looking to have here in the next 2 weeks. For the Bobcats, they got to win. They got to win here tonight against Piierre. They got to win against Harrisburg. They got to win against Sioux Falls, Washington. They don't have any room for error because the Governors, one, they're right on their tail to kind of push them down even farther. They lose those last 3 games. That's not a good spot for them to be at as they'll continue to go down the standings. And again, the Governors, they're in the best spot of pretty much anybody in the state right now because of the 6 games they have left. That puts them in a good spot with a lot of wins to push their seed points up. You know, you look at right now where their Governors are sitting at 39.769. It is a 44-point win against the Brookings Bobcats here tonight, where the Bobcats would end up with a 33-point loss. So that would easily push the Governors above the Brookings Bobcats in the seed point standings. But the Bobcats will then fall down pretty good. If the Governors lose here tonight against Brookings as well, when you look at it, that would also push them at a 33-point loss, where they would have a 44-point win for Brookings. So this is a very important game for both these teams because even though they're sitting at 10th and 11th, being at home for the first round or for the Sodak 16 isn't necessarily out of the question, as there's not that much separation between the 11 and 8 seed. So this is very, very important for both these teams to come away with a win. And for the Piierre Governors, especially on your home court, and you play 4 of the last 6 games at home, these home matches, and those are the 4 games that are very winnable. Those are the ones that you want to win and to take down this to try and climb up the standings as we go farther here into the end of the season, or into the end of the season. And that AA Sodak 16 game is going to be on Thursday, November 12th. So just about 2 weeks from now is when we'll have that the Sodak 16 game, and really all signs point to the Governors are going to be in the Sodak 16. So we'll have that for you right here on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Governors are wearing their pink jerseys here tonight for Pink Out Night, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Different, Morkia Mucho Canals, the libero will be the only one that will continue to wear white, but she'll be wearing white, where the rest of the Governors would always wear white at home. So a chance for the Governors to wear the pink jerseys for Pink Out Night here on this Tuesday, and what should have been on Saturday as well, because the Governors were supposed to play Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and that did not happen. They canceled them. It was due to weather. And Roosevelt had even played the night before, but the weather that was anticipated for the Piierre area, they decided not to travel, so they were out for that game on Saturday. There was no game. There is no makeup game for that night as well. Governors take on Brookings Bobcats here this evening. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. When we come back after a 3-minute break, we will sit down and talk with Coach Casey Keenholz of the Piierre Governor Volleyball team. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. Welcome back to the pregame show on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Joining me is Coach Casey Keenolz of the Piierre Governor Volleyball team. Coach, you get a chance to return home here. It's a busy week here this week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. As you get into this week, obviously a 4-0 week is what you want, but here tonight against Brookings, what do you want from this team to kind of lead forward and put yourself in the right spot moving into this week?
Well, this game's going to be big. I think, after our Friday night loss to Lincoln in 5, a no match on Saturday, we've had a little bit of time to recover our legs, so really no excuse. And this game, like I said, it's going to be a big win for us.
And that game on Friday, you guys were down 0-2, came back and forced that fifth set. When you went back and watched that game, what did you see from your team that didn't go so well in the first 2 sets, went really good in the second 2 sets, but then kind of fell off maybe at the end?
I think, those first 2, I think we were still trying to kind of figure out what was going on, maybe not as aggressive as we wanted to be. And then you just really saw fire in game 3 and 4. Just, I think that determination of they weren't going to get beaten 3 and then, take it to 5. And then I think that game 5 just really saw maybe just a little bit more timid, haven't been there before. And so it was, just a little bit more nerves, I think, than what, rather than playing with that confidence of getting games, 3 and 4, should have gone into game 5 with a lot of confidence, and we lost it.
As you sit here in the AA standings going in tonight, you're sitting at 11th spot, but the unique situation that you guys are in is that you play more games than anybody else in the rest of the year in the state. So again, with these extra games in hand, how important are these wins, especially with where your seed points are, that you will jump up in seed points because of any win?
Yeah, I think, we really have to focus that, these 4 matches this week are key. Those are going to be winnable games for us. I think we get into next week, we'll face Piierre, who's playing extremely good volleyball right now. And so these, next 4 matches are going to be, big matches for us to actually pick up some wins.
For this Brookings team, they're right above you in the AA standings right now. What have you seen from them? What do you expect from them here tonight?
They're not going to, a lot like Lincoln, I would say. They're not going to hit extremely hard, but they're smart hitters. They do a lot of off-speed. So kind of a mixture of what, like a Spearfish, Sturgis kind of hitting, so which just makes it hard on our blockers, just timing-wise. Saw them against Aberdeen that, Aberdeen struggled just, trying to block because they'd be up quicker. So play a little bit more higher game. And so that's what we have to be ready for defensively. And then offensively, we just have to stay aggressive.
Is that going to be the number one thing here to win tonight, or what is the number one thing?
Keep our airs down. I think, we need to play not scared. We need to play with a lot of confidence, really be offensive-minded.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Riggs High School, getting set for first serve between the Piierre Governors and the Brookings Bobcats. As the Governors in their pink jerseys for the evening pink out night, the student section also wearing pink as they fun festivities, but for a good cause and for a good reason. Always, for the awareness of breast cancer, and of course, thoughts, prayers go out to all those that are dealing with cancer and all breast cancer, all sorts of cancer, and always nice to be able to do something to raise awareness, to raise funds, whatever it might be, to kind of keep everything kind of lighthearted as people go through difficult times as such. So we get set for first serve. Governors and Bobcats will step aside for 2 minutes for the national anthem. We'll come back and we will have first serve for you. After this, you're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Back here at Riggs High School as we are set for first serve between the Governors and the Brookings Bobcats. And again, we will look through the starters here for the Brookings Bobcats. It is Sydney Schneider, Brittany Bergen, Taylor Dobrensky, Gracie Adamson, and a Cat Charging, along with the libero Tessa Nelson. And the other of those starters is Mackenzie Weber, the 5'7 senior. For the Pier Governors, it is Maya Keenels, Kenzie Gronlin, Reagan Wiebe, Austin Wiebe, Avery Kaiser, and Markia Mucho-Knaus. Taylor Dobrensky will serve first from left to right. And again, the Governors are in their pink jerseys here for the evening. For the far side of the court, we're underway. Mucho-Knaus receives a serve. Keenels is set for Gronlin. That's too far. Keenels almost got her first of 38 assists to get to 1,000 for her career. But it is a 1-0 Brookings lead. Dobrensky again will serve, the 5'8 sophomore. To the near side, Reagan Wiebe receives. Now set from Keenels, and then Kaiser goes too strong, and it's quickly 2-0 here from Brookings by 2 errors from the Pier Governors. So Dobrensky again will serve with a 2-0 lead. Kaiser receives. Keenels will set the net. Reagan Wiebe this time. That one will go down for a kill, and that'll get the Governors on the board. Reagan Wiebe makes it 2-1, and there's the first of 38 kills. Just one ball here tonight, as it'll be Reagan Wiebe to go back to serve. So the Bobcats let it hang out and had to give back to Reagan Wiebe. 2-1 lead for Brookings. Be set from Weber. A chance from the far side. Got dug out by the Governors. Avery Kaiser got off the net. Mucho-Knaus was able to get to it, and Keenels punched it over. Now set again at the near side of the net. That got blocked, but it goes down for the Bobcats to get their first kill. And their third point, Brittany Bergen gets the kill. Mackenzie Weber is going to be the setter for this Brookings Bobcats team, as she goes out momentarily. Bergen on the serve. Also, we receive. Keenels. Kaiser tipped it over. Didn't get down. Chance from the far side. That got tipped, and Austin Wiebe is there. Keenels now to play it for Kaiser. That one dug out by the Bobcats again. From the far side, again blocked by the Governors. Stays alive for the Bobcats. Over in the middle of the court, and it did not get over the net. And the Governors will get the point on the 4-hit violation. And the lead's trimmed to 3-2 for Brookings. Markia Mucho-Knaus will serve. A 1-point lead for the Bobcats. Mucho-Knaus across. Be set by Bergen from the far side. That one got tipped and then knocked over by Kaiser. Over on the third hit from the Bobcats. Keenels now will set for Kaiser. Trying for her first kill, and it will be a kill for Avery Kaiser. And an assist for Maya Keenels, and it's 3-3. And the chase for 1,000 continues for Maya Keenels. We'll try and keep up with it for tonight, but it's going to be kind of tough. That's 2 assists for Keenels. Mucho-Knaus looking for the ace, almost had it, but he bumped over the third time from the Bobcats. Keenels will dump it down and over in between all 6 Bobcats, and it's 4-3 for the Governors. There's Mike Keenels' first kill. Here's Mucho-Knaus again to serve. To the back line, received from Haley Sampson. From the near side, tipped and dug out by Mucho-Knaus. Keenels from Wiebe on the back line. Dug by the Bobcats. Set to the far side. That goes off the nets, but it was tipped by the Governors and it was down on the Governors' side and out. And it's now 4-4. As it will be, I believe it is, not sure who that was. They go back to serve, but it'd be Mike Keenels now for McKenna Schleck away. That one got tipped to the net. Here's Cat Charging, who had that serve. Over across by Bergen on the third hit to the back line. Keenels to set for Kaiser. That's down for a kill, and Avery Kaiser makes it 5-4. They make it 3 for Keenels here this evening. So again, the magic number is 38 here for Maya Keenels tonight. She's got 3 of 38. I don't know if she's going to get there. The bet probably isn't for her to get to that mark. There's a short serve that almost fell for the Governors. Sampson tried to kill, but dug out by Reagan Wiebe. Now here's Kaiser. That's high dig from the libero and Nelson. Over the net, Keenels digs it out. Reagan Wiebe to the side of the net, but dumped back over by Brookings. And it goes down. It's now 5-5. Reagan Wiebe and Avery Kaiser, I guess Keynoles does too. They play all the way around. We don't see Reagan Wiebe dig too many out for the Governors. Set to the far side. Kaiser, that one got tipped, and that will go out. And it'll be a point. A net violation by Brookings. But it also went out from the Bobcats as well. Either way, it's going to be a point for the Governors. But if they give it on the kill for Kaiser, that's an assist to Maya Keynoles. Otherwise, it's a foul on the Bobcats. Metro Canals couldn't dig that one out from Nelson, and it's 6-6. Going back to serve, Mackenzie Weber. 6-6 is their score here in set number one. From the near side, Weber to the back line. Metro Canals receives. Keynoles to set to the near side. Wiebe tips it over. Wiebe goes down with the kill, and it's 7-6. And Mike Keynoles is starting out at a good pace here. 5 of the first 7 points for the Governors have been an assist from Keynoles. Been an error from Brookings, and then also a net violation or a kill from Mike Keynoles. 7-6. Remy Price in the serve. It'll be received to the far side, tipped across. Mike Keynoles is right there. Terwilliger now will set for Reagan Wiebe. Dug out on the back line for the Bobcats. To the far side, blocked by Terwilliger. It's not going to get over from Brookings, and that violation is also called. And the Governors score again. And it's 8-6 for Piierre. And Price is back to serve again, the sophomore, with a 2-point lead. Here's Remy's serve across to the back line, received by the Bobcats. Far side, tip to the net. Play from Kenzie Growland. Terwilliger will set for Reagan Wiebe again across floor. That was too strong from the senior Wiebe. And it's 8-7. And Metro Canals is back in for Price. Sydney Schneider is in. Cat Charging also checks in. And Schneider will go back to serve. Receive from Metro Canals, back line. Keynoles is set for Terwilliger. Down for Terwilliger. And Reese Terwilliger would get serve first kill. And it's 9-7. Mike Keynoles with 6 assists so far. Here's Austin Wiebe. She will serve with a 2-point lead. And Austin Wiebe will get herself an ace as that one was misplayed by Brookings. It's 10-7. Here's Austin Wiebe again from the far side. At the net. Tipped over the third hit from the Bobcats. Keynoles got it blocked. Austin Wiebe keeps it alive. Metro Canals over on the third hit. Good job by the Governors to keep it moving. That one got tipped. Metro Canals with a big dig. Keynoles is set for Reagan Wiebe. That one's dug out by the Bobcats. Set from Weber from the far side. Got blocked, but played again by the Bobcats. Another chance over that far side, and that one goes between Avery Kaiser and Metro Canals as Cat Charging will get the kill. And it's now 10-8. And the Bobcats in trail within 2. This is the second kill for Charging. Gracie Adamson, the 5'9" sophomore, will serve for the Bobcats. That one's over. Kaiser almost misplayed it, but Keynoles will get it over the third hit, but it goes too far and goes out. And it's now 10-9. And Brookings trails by 1 here in set number 1. Adamson again on the serve. Austin Wiebe to play. Keynoles to try and set for Reagan Wiebe. Dug by the Bobcats from the middle of the floor over on the third hit from Brookings. Keynoles for Reagan Wiebe. Got blocked up and down for a point for the Bobcats. And it's now 10-10. So it is a tie score here in set number 1. Adamson again will serve. Metro Canals to receive. Keynoles for Groundland. Pushed across to the third hit. Play to the near side. Over. Stays inside the antenna. Keynoles to set for Reagan Wiebe. That one high dig right at where it was dug, but it was able to be played by Dobrensky. Keynoles will set for Reagan Wiebe, but too far on the set for Wiebe, and she couldn't get it over the net. And so now Brookings has a 1-point lead, 11-10. here in set one. Taylor Dobrensky on the serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenels from Kaiser in the back line. Dug out by Weber at the net, over. But here's Keenels to set for Growlin. Got it over and got it down. And Kenzie Growlin gets their first kill. And the lead goes back to the Governors. 12-11. Or 11-11. Here is Reagan Wiebe on the serve. Played by Schneider. From the far side, Reagan Wiebe digs it out. Groundland tried to keep it on the side of the Governors, but it will be played, not be able to be played by Keenels, and it's now 12-11, so Brookings has a 1-point lead again. From the near side, Brittany Bergen will serve. Austin Wiebe to receive. Keenels to set for Kaiser. That's down for a big kill for Avery Kaiser. It ties the game at 12 again. So Keenels up to 8 assists. Kaiser with her 4th kill here in set one. And we're tied at 12 here in set one. Metro Canals be played from Schneider. Set at the net and then over from charging, but dug out by Austin Wiebe. Reagan Wiebe will get over the third hit for the Governors. That was at the net, got tipped, and then it goes underneath the net from a diving Austin Wiebe. And it's now 13-12, and Brookings again claims a 1-point lead. As the feelings from last Friday night where neither team could really get a solid lead on anybody. Austin Wiebe on the reception. McKenna Schleckway, that got tipped to the net. And we played on the second hit and then over by the Bobcats. Good play there by Brookings to get it over. Schleckway a chance again. That one got blocked up. Now here's Keenels again. Kaiser got it over and got it down. And Avery Kaiser with the 5th kill here in set number one. 13-13. And Maya Keenels up to 9 here in set one. Boy, if she keeps up this pace, even at a 3-set match, she's putting herself in a pretty good spot. Bergen to set. That one's too far. No touch by the Governors. As it was too hard of a hit from Allie Clark. And it's now 14-13 in favor of the Governors. Short serve. Here's another chance from the far side. Excuse me, that's Landry Wilson that will get the kill. She had the first one that went out, and Wilson's got a cannon over on that far side, the 5'9" sophomore. This Brookings team is pretty young. There's a couple seniors in the starting lineup, but there's a lot of sophomores that play. Tessa Nelson, the junior, the libero. That one barely got over, back across. Metro Canals got somewhat of a dig, but couldn't keep it alive. And Brookings has scored the last 2 points, and it's 15-14. Wilson, Dobrensky, Adamson, all sophomores. And they're getting some pretty good serves of time here for the Bobcats. Schleckway over on the third hit, got tipped to the net, but played by the Bobcats. Over, and Keenels will play. Terwilliger will set for Kaiser. That got blocked and got back behind, and it's now 16-14. And Mike Keenels over to talk to the official. They watch that the arms are going across the net. That's what Coach Keenels was kind of saying too. Schleckway missed his serve, and it's 17-14, and Coach Keenels will have to take a timeout. So Brookings has opened up a 3-point lead here in set one, 17-14. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR, and today is KCCR.com. It's a 17-14 lead for the Brookings Bobcats in set number one. John Wickler here on this Tuesday evening. Governors, this is the largest lead for either of the two teams here in this first set. It has been within 2 points the entire way, and that's how it was on Friday when the Governors took on Sioux Falls Lincoln. Nobody could get separation in that first set. Lincoln finally did, ended up winning that first set, ended up winning the first two before the Governors found their groove and won the next two, but couldn't finish out the win. On the serve from Nelson, set by Keenels, tipped over by Terwilliger, but it goes back for a block and then down for a point for Brookings. It's now 18-14. I think Terwilliger maybe thought that she was closer to the net than what she actually was. So now 4-point lead for Brookings. Nelson on the serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenels is set for Schleckway, and that one was way too high from Schleckway, and it's now 19-14. And all of a sudden, the Governors, who had a 14-13 lead, are now down 19-14 in a matter of 45 seconds, excluding the timeout. Kaiser receives the serve. Keenels is set the net. Schleckway tips it over and down, and McKenna Schleckway will get the point. That's a big point there for the Governors to end that run that Brookings was on. It is now 19-15. Here is Avery Kaiser, the serve. It'll be played from the far side, from the near side, on the back side of the net. Over from Reagan Wiebe. That gets down for a big kill for Reagan Wiebe. And it is now 19-16. A 3-point lead for Brookings, but the Governors have scored back-to-back points. 5 kills here for Avery Kaiser. 3 for Reagan Wiebe. Set at the nets. In the middle of the floor. Over, but dug out by Kaiser. Keenels now to set for Terwilliger to the back line, and that's too far. And it's now 20-16. Well, the Governors have a little bit of work in front of them here as we get late in set number 1. Mackenzie Weber is back in to serve from the near side. Weber, Kaiser to receive. Keenels back for Kaiser. That one does not get over the net, and it's now 21-16. Not the best dig by Kaiser, and Keenels not the best hit back to the middle of the floor. Over from Mackenzie Weber. Misplayed by Mucho Canals. Goes in the student section. And it's now 22-16. And the Governors have got to dig down deep here. They're running out of time here in set number 1. Weber. Here's set of Keenels in the net. Schleckway got it blocked. It stays. And it's going to be a point as it hit the antenna on the block. So McKenna Schleckway will get the kill. And it's a 22-17 lead here for Brookings. Price is back into serve. It'll be over, center of the net, tipped across. Kaiser is right there. It's going to go off the net and down for Brookings to score. And it's 23-17. And Mucho Canals is back in. A 6-point lead for the Bobcats. Schneider checks in. She'll go back to serve. Brookings within 2 now of taking set number 1 from the Governors. Kaiser at the net. Keenels got it across, but came back down, and Kaiser to dig. Keenels set for Reagan Wiebe. Dug out by the Bobcats. Now over from Brookings. Mucho Canals is right there. Keenels now to set for Wiebe in the middle of the near side, and that is down for Reagan Wiebe to get a kill. And Maya Keenels, to my estimation, has got 13 assists. A 5-point lead here for the Governors. Or excuse me, for the Bobcats over the Governors here in set 1. Here's Weber. Set. Dug out by Mucho Canals. Kept it alive. It'll be over. Set at the net again from Weber. And that one is down for a big kill for Charging. And Cat Charging has made it 24-18. The Governors got to find 6 points here. Otherwise, they're going to go down 1-0. Mucho Canals on the reception of the serve. Keenels is set for Gronlund. That one got tipped, and it goes down for a point for the Governors. And it's 24-20. And Kenzie Gronlund will pick up the kill. Give her the kill, as I said. It is 24-19. Reagan Wiebe. Here comes a chance for the Bobcats. They're going to close it out as it's going to be Gracie Adamson with the kill. And a 25-19 win for the Brookings Bobcats in set 1. Bobcats will take set 1. We'll be back in a minute with set number 2. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back to Riggs High School, getting set for set number 2. Governors lost the first one, 25-19. So again, they find themselves down here early in a match that's record-wise they should be in and should potentially have won that first set. Here's Maya Keenel's a chance for Reagan Wiebe. That's down for a kill for Reagan Wiebe. And again, if I'm tabulating assists correctly, she's got 15 here. Does Maya Keenel on assists, which would put her well within reach here. Again, the magic number is 38. There's an ace for the Governors. And it's 2-0 Austin Wiebe. Got another ace. And it's 2-0. Well, the Governors are maybe finding some life here after that first set loss. Wiebe across. Received from Schneider. Set. Tipped to the net. Up from Austin Wiebe. Good job by Austin Wiebe to keep it alive for Maya Keenel to get it over the net. Here's a chance. Tipped and dug out by Metro Canals. Maya Keenel is set for Wiebe. Dug out by Nelson. From the far side, that goes down for a kill. Miscommunication from Metro Canals and Kaiser. And charging will pick up another kill for the Bobcats. Her 5th here so far tonight. She is tied along with Wiebe and Kaiser with the game high. Maya Keenel's in the bump set for Reagan Wiebe, and that goes too far from the senior. And all of a sudden, it's 2-2. 25-19 was the score in set 1 for Brookings. 2-2 here in set number 2. As it's going to be over, and it hit the net, so it stayed up. And they went off the high forearm and really the shoulder of Kaiser. Might have got her in the chin. And it's 3-2 now. So Bergen again with the serve. That hits the net and goes over for an ace, and it's 4-2. So those are just a couple of bad breaks for the Bobcats, or excuse me, for the Governors, and great breaks for the Bobcats as they lead at 4-2. Bergen, Metro Canals to receive this serve. Keenel's Groundland got tipped and back over on the second hit, and no chance for the Governors. And it's now 5-2. And Coach Keenel's not happy with how this set has started here for the Governors. Bergen will serve again. That goes into the net, and this time will finally go on the break of the way for the Governors. And it's 5-3. And Reagan Wiebe is back to serve here for the Governors. Wiebe to the back line received. Bergen to set over, and Reagan Wiebe digs it out. Keenel's sets for Groundland. Dug out by the Bobcats. At the net, Groundland puts it back down. And the Governors have made it 5-4. Kenzie Groundland with a big point there and get a kill for the senior. Reagan Wiebe on the serve over. On the third hit from charging across. Groundland will set for Kaiser, and that's down for a big kill. And Avery Kaiser ties it up 5-5. That sophomore has got a cannon as well for the Piierre Governors. Her 6th kill of the night. Here's Reagan Wiebe again on the serve. We set from Bergen. From the far side, there's another big cannon from Gracie Adamson, the sophomore. Ties it up 6-6. If you're watching this matchup between Piierre and Brookings, you like what you see for the next couple of years from these two teams. Specifically, those last 2 kills from Kaiser for the Govs and Adamson for the Bobcats. Kaiser across and played out by Adamson. That one was tipped at the net and then down for a kill for the Bobcats. And Landry Wilson, who also has a pretty good arm as well for the Bobcats. The charging will serve with a 7-5 lead here in set 2. Reagan Wiebe is there to receive. Keenel's to set to the near side for Kaiser. She puts that in the net, and it's 8-5. So just like that, as the Governors kind of found their groove to kind of get back within this early part of the set, the Bobcats have scored 3 in a row to go up 8-5. And that one will go in the net just like it did when the Bobcats were starting to roll. They put a serve into the net, and the Governors now have the opportunity to retake control here in this second set. 8-6. Here in set number 2, Metro Canals on the serve. Almost got misplayed by the Bobcats. Was tipped to the net, but played back by Brookings again. It'll be over by Sampson. Austin Weeby to play. Keenol's to set for Avery Kaiser, but dug out by Nelson. From the far side, Weeby couldn't take that one out from Wilson. And it's 9-6. Landry Wilson picked up another kill. Her 4th already. And Wilson, outside those 4 kills, have really been quiet so far tonight. Tessa Nelson across. Austin Weeby to receive. Keenol's to set for Schleckaway. That goes down for McKenna Schleckaway to get the kill, and it's now 16 assists for Maya Keenol's. But again, 38 is the magic number here tonight for Maya Keenol's. 16 so far, 22 left to go to get to 1,000 assists. On the serve, Mike Keenol's on the third hit. Will get it across. Bobcats going to get back here. Keenol's is set for Kaiser, and it goes into the net from Kaiser. So the Bobcats get a huge point there because it was just about out of play. And now it's 10-7. It was just about to be 9-8 with the Govs still serving. But the Bobcats reclaim that 3-point lead. Over from Weber. Mike Keenol's. Weeby for the back line. Played by the Bobcats. Weber to set. Wilson goes down and in. And Landry Wilson has made it 11-7. And Coach Keenol's will take her first time out here in set number 2. The Bobcats lead 11-7 here in set 2. They are up 1-0 in sets. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Piierre Governor of Volleyball. And today is KCCR. And today is KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Briggs High School, getting set for the resume. 11-7 is our score. Here in set 2, the Bobcats lead by 4. Weber again will go back to serve. Coming out of the timeouts. Mocho Canals receives a serve. Keenol set for Schleckaway. Dug into the student section. And it's a point for McKenna Schleckaway. And it's now 11-8. 3-point lead again here for the Brookings Bobcats. Kaiser on the serve. We played Weber to dig or to set, and that one is blocked up by the Governors and into the student section again. And it's now 11-9. And Brookings leads by just 2. Avery Kaiser again will serve, middle of the floor for the Piierre Governors. 11-9 here in set 2. Kaiser high in the air for the Bobcats. Weber to set. Wilson just got it over. And that'll be played. That was Bergen to Williger. It got tipped to the net. Over from Keenol's. She stayed on the play and did not get a net violation. Now Keenol's will set for Terwilliger for the far side. Got blocked up. And the Bobcats will take the points. And it's 12-9. Keenol's, I don't know how she tiptoed right next to the net to stay legal on that play, but it's now a 3-point lead for the Bobcats again. And Schneider, Sydney Schneider, the 5'7" senior, to serve from the far side. Kaiser nearly misplayed it. They're going to let it to continue to go. Reagan Wiebe got it over the third hit. Bergen got blocked by Wiebe and Schleckaway. And it's 12-10. Nice job there from McKenna Schleckaway and Reagan Wiebe. Remy Price is in to serve, and a 12-10 lead for Brookings. The sophomore on the jump serve. Over, Groundling got it back across, but played. Weber to set on the far side, blocked again by the Governors, but played by the Bobcats. On the third hit, got across. Price is there. Keenol's. That's going to get over the net. Going to be played into the net by Brookings. And it's 12-11. Taylor Dobrensky. She thought she had an opportunity, maybe catch the Governors out of position, but it's now 12-11. Remy Price on the serve. Set from Weber. Dobrensky across. Keenholz to Williger to set to the near side. Off the net from Weeby, but dug out by the Bobcats. From the far side, blocked up again by the Governors, but played again. Weber across by Bergen into the corner. No one's there for the Governors. And a perfect spot there from Bergen. It is 13-11. And Brookings is back up by 2. And Metro Canals will come back in, and Price will go back, take his seats. 2-point lead for the Brookings Bobcats. Metro Canals receives the serve. Keenholz down from Avery Kaiser for a big kill, and it's now 13-12 for Brookings. Well, the Governors are still trying to make this a solid set, too, as we getting near the 8 o'clock hour. Again, we'll have World Series Game 6 action for you after this one's over. Weber, that one's over and played from Keenholz. Metro Canals in the second hit. Kaiser tipped it over the wall, but played by Brookings. On the far side, tip to the net. Kaiser to play. Keenholz is set now for Reagan Weeby. She runs into Kenzie Growlin, but they stay legal, and it did not go over the net. Kaiser with a big dig at the net, but not played by Keenholz, trying to keep it alive. And it's now 14-12. And Schneider will get the kill for the Bobcats. There is Bergen to serve. Kaiser to receive. Keenholz set for Reagan Weeby. Tip of the net, but played back over. Bergen is there. Nelson from the back line, too far from Schneider, and it's 14-13. And again, it's now down to a 1-point lead again for Brookings. Reagan Weeby, mow the floor, will serve. Will be played, set from Bergen. And that goes off the net from the Bobcats, and it's 14-14. And the Governors have finally got back to tie here in set number 2. Reagan Weeby will be played by Nelson, set across, dug out by Weeby. Here's Austin Weeby, over from Kaiser. Nelson again will play. Bergen to set, over. Austin Weeby is there. Mike Keenholz is set for Kaiser. Dug out by Nelson. Good position there from Nelson to be in the right spot. Tip to the net. Keenholz keeps it alive. Austin Weeby. Reagan Weeby from the back line is down. Reagan Weeby has given the Governors a 15-14 lead. Nice play from the senior. And from the senior, Austin Weeby. 6 kills for Reagan. She is back to serve again. 1-point lead here for the Governors in set 2. Reagan Weeby across, be played from Schneider on the far side. Dug out by Metro Canals, but it is out. It was off the antenna, or either hit the antenna or it was on the other side. And it is a point for the Governors. It's now 16-14. They lead by 2 here in set 2. Reagan Weeby just over the net. Nelson played. Bergen at the front of the net. Sampson got across. Austin Weeby is there. Keenholz is set. Tipped from Kaiser and down. And Avery Kaiser with a great placement. And another kill for the sophomore. It is 17-14. The Governors lead by 3, their largest lead here tonight. And Coach Bergen's got to take her first time out here of the night. Back in 30 seconds, you listen to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. Back here as it is 17-14. The lead for the Piierre Governors in set number 2. They trail 1-0 to the Governors. It was a 25-19 win for the Bobcats. As we had our open talking about Maya Keenholz needing 38 assists to get 1,000 assists on her career. She's up to 19, so halfway there for the Governor senior. And we'll see if she can get to that point before we get to the end of this game. She had a solid first set of 14 assists, but since then, we've only had just 5 in this second set, but the Governors lead by 3. Reagan Wiebe on the serve. It'll be played from Schneider on the third hit across from Charging. Keenel's got it over. Played back. Keenel's now to set for Kaiser. Big dig there from Nelson. From the far side, that goes down, and Charging gets the kill. And it's 17-15. A 2-point lead again for the Governors. 6 kills for Charging. Here's Charging again to serve. Austin Wiebe misplayed. He goes all the way back to the bleachers. And it's 17-16. And the lead has dropped down to 1. So here is again Charging on the serve. Reagan Wiebe, Maya Keenholz, and Mucho Canals. Nelson to play. Bergen, she got in the way of Wilson coming over and couldn't make a play on it, could Wilson, so it's now 18-16. Ken Schleckway is checking in for Remy Price. So here is Marquia Mucho Canals to serve for the Governors, up by 2. He played. Here is Bergen at the net, blocked up, but it goes out. And it's now 18-17. Was almost played by Gracie Adamson, who tried that kill attempt. She almost played it before it went out of play. As Schleckway got her shot blocked. It was set by Keenholz. Now here's a chance for Sampson, dug out by Reagan Wiebe. Keenholz, Mucho Canals coming in for the back line off the net, but played by the Bobcats. Here's a chance for Wilson. That is down for another kill. And Landry Wilson has tied it up at 18. The Bobcats were down, but we're out in this second set. They have tied it up at 18. Reagan Wiebe on the serve, on the reception. Keenholz got across, now comes back for Keenholz. Now here's Austin Wiebe. Kaiser will get it over on the third hit. Nelson set at the net, over and down, and the Governors can't get it over. As Wilson is there again, and it's now 19-18. Kind of caught the Governors by surprise. She just dumped it over instead of trying to full-blown spike or full-blown kill attempt. Here's Schleckway. That is dug out by the Bobcats. At the net, blocked up, and a net violation is called on Piierre. And it's on McKenna Schleckway, and it's now 20-18. So the Bobcats lead by 2 here. We're getting late in set number 2. Governors were nearly in control. Keenholz just set for Kaiser from the far side. That gets tipped and down for Avery Kaiser to get a kill. Make it number 9 for Kaiser, the sophomore. And it's 20-19. Here's Mike Keenholz again to serve. Nelson. Bergen, that's at the net, over from Kaiser and down. And the Governors have tied it up 20-20. Bergen tried to set that, but she put it at the very top of the net, and Kaiser is right there to give the Governors the point and tie it up. 20-20. Over, played at the net, and across by the Bobcats. Terwilliger is now going to try and set for Kaiser. To the back line and too far from Avery Kaiser, and it's 21-20. The Bobcats have retaken a 1-point lead. Mackenzie Weber, the 5'7" senior, is back to serve. Weber. Kaiser, Keenholz will set. Schleckway couldn't get it across. It's at the net. And it's 22-20. And Keenholz with one timeout here. She's going to use it. So it's 22-20. Well, now we did not get the timeout. So it'll be a serve into the net, and the Governors will absolutely take that there. They didn't even have to make a play on the ball. Keenholz was trying to take the timeout, did not get it. So it's now 22-21. Here's Kaiser to serve. Mackenzie Weber. Across, that got blocked by the Governors, but played by Nelson. Now there's a chance. Wilson got it over. Mike Keenholz is right there. Terwilliger for Wiebe. Dug high up in the air for the Bobcats. Chance for Wilson again. Got blocked at the net and goes down. It is 23-21. A 2-point lead again for the Bobcats. And Coach Keenol's, now we're going to have a discussion here. Oh, they got to fix the net, fix the antenna. So it's 23-21. I think that's what Coach Keenol's was not necessarily looking at the referee for any kind of misplay, mishit, but just to fix the net. Kaiser to receive the serve. Keenol's Reagan Wiebe for the Bobcats off the net and still played and over for the Bobcats. Mucho Canals, Keenol's now will set for Reagan Wiebe. That's down for a kill for Reagan Wiebe. And it's 23-22. And Mike Keenol's up to 21 assists here tonight. She averages 20 per night. And she's having, according to my calculations, she's having a very good night with 21 assists. Here's Remy Price on the serve. To the back line, almost misplayed by the Bobcats, but they're going to be able to get it over in the third hit. To the back line, so Price is right there. Keenol's now will set for Reagan Wiebe. That is dug high and dug out by the Bobcats. Again on the third hit, we'll have to just get it over. Price again. Keenol's will set to Williger. Couldn't get a good kill attempt on it. Here's a chance from the far side. Kaiser, the sliding dig. Reagan Wiebe goes off the net and down. It is 24-22. And the Bobcats now are a point away from going up 2-0. So the Bobcats have 2 set points to work with. And a timeout has been taken, I believe, by Coach Keenol. So it's 24-22 here in set number 2. 1 point away for the Bobcats to take a 2-0 lead. Back in 30 seconds. You listen to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. Coming out of the timeouts is a 24-22 lead for the Brookings Bobcats. They can win it right here on the next point. Reagan Wiebe to receive. Keenol's chance for Wiebe. Got it over, played, and across on the third hit by the Bobcats. That was a very good play by Brookings to keep it alive. Reagan Wiebe, another chance, goes into the net, and Brookings has won the first 2 sets. And the Governors have got to do what they tried on Friday, where they won the next 2 to get to the 5th set. But now they've got to find a way to get all the way back and make it and win it in 5 sets. 25-22 here in set 2. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with set number 3. Listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR, today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here for set number 3, the Piierre Governors, they trail 2-0 to the Brookings Bobcats. 25-19 and 25-22 having the scores of the first and second sets. The Governors were in the spot on Friday. They did come back and win the next two and had the opportunity in that fifth set to pick up the win. They did not. They lost 15-6. The Governors are going to try to do it all over again here tonight. And you got to think, too, to do that, to get to a fifth set, and, of course, they're going to win the next two. As Austin Weeby receives the first set, Mike Keenels will go for Grodlin. That goes off the net, and a point for Brookings to open up the third set. If they're able to come all the way back and make it 2-2, you got to think they have to win that fifth set. They can't go down 0-2, come back, and then lose it again in the fifth set. It's going to be very demoralizing to them. Mike Keenels, Reagan Weeby, that goes off the net, but it was played off the antenna for the Bobcats that are now up 2-0. And it's 2-0 here for the Bobcats. The Governors were fairly confused on that going against them, but here's a 2-0 lead over Avery Kaiser. Mike Keenels, Avery Kaiser again, got it blocked. Mike Keenels again, Kaiser got it across and got it down. Kaiser just with the bump across the third hit will get it over for the first points of set 3 for the Governors. So it's now 2-1. Reagan Weeby. That one stays in. Reagan Weeby's got her first ace of the night. She had 3 against Sioux Falls Lincoln last Friday. It's now 2-2. You're listening to KCCR Piierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. And that's another ace for Reagan Weeby. So back-to-back aces for the senior. And the Governors have scored 3 in a row to take a 3-2 lead. Here's Weeby again. That one's going to get over. Growlin is there. Keenels is set back for Growlin. Tipped over. And on the third, got it down, but Kaiser will push it back across. And Avery Kaiser pick up the point. And it's 4 straight here for the Governors. They lead 4-2 here in set number 3. And Avery Kaiser has got the game-high 12 kills for the Governors. Reagan Weeby, that one misplayed again by the Bobcats, and making a third ace in 4 attempts for Reagan Weeby, and it's 5-2. A 3-point lead for the Governors. Weeby again played on the back line, set from Weber, and into the nets from Bergen. And the Governors have scored 6 straight, and they lead 6-2. Reagan Weeby again to the back line. It'll be played. Weber across off the hands of Austin Weeby, and they break the stretch of 6 in a row from the Governors. This one was from Adamson, and it's now 6-3. Here is Bergen to serve. Austin Weeby receives. Keenels, Kaiser across and down for Kaiser to get another kill. And Avery Kaiser has given the Governors back to a 7-3 lead. A 4-point lead again. Here in set number 3. Orkia Mucho-Canaus will serve. Sampson receives. It'll be played off the net. And a lift is going to be called on Brookings as it got blocked. As it was Adamson that got blocked. And it's now 8-3. Mucho-Canaus. Received from Schneider. Sampson. And that one is a net violation called on the Governors. And it's now 8-4. And now from the far side with a 4-point lead for the Governors, it'll be their Brookings charging to serve. Keenels, Kaiser off of the Bobcats, off of Sampson. And Avery Kaiser will pick up her 14th kill of the night. Mike Keenels now up to 24 assists. She's knocking on the door, just 14 to go. Keenels on the serve. Bergen will set. Wilson got a tip of the net. Diving play from Wiebe, but it goes to the bleachers. Not to the student section, but to the bleachers. And it's now a 9-5 lead for Piierre. Here's Tessa Nelson, the libero. Avery Kaiser. Keenholz for Kaiser. Tip of the net. Got it back over. Schleckaway didn't get too much. She got all of it, but it hit the net, and it had enough to roll over the net and fall down for Schleckaway to get the kill. And she laughs off the points. 10-5 for the Governors. Kaiser. It'll be played. Bergen. That one got at the net. They say he got tipped. Schleckaway tried again. That time is going to be called for a lift on Brookings, and Schleckaway gets back-to-back points for the Governors, and it's 11-5. A 6-point lead for Piierre. Kaiser again will serve. At the net. Across. Keenholz to Williger to set for Reagan Wiebe to the corner. Dugouts by Weisbeck. Over and down for again the Governors as they get a block. And it's 12-5. Schleckaway again gets the point, and Coach Bergen will take a timeout. 7-point lead here for Piierre in this third set. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today is KCCR, and today is KCCR.com. Back here at Riggs High School, it is a 1-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Rays in the bottom of the third, and the Los Angeles Dodgers will have coverage of the World Series Game 6 after we're done here on today's KCCR. Randy Arozarena got home run number 10 on the postseason. On the serve, nearly misplay by Brookings. They'll get over the third hit. Keenholz will set for Wiebe. Tip to the net and down for Reagan Wiebe to get a kill. And now Mike Keenholz has pulled within 13 of 1,000 assists. 13-5. Governors lead by 8. Kaiser on the serve to the back line. And that one's going to be called for a lift and an ace for Avery Kaiser. And it's 14-5. A 9-point lead here for the Governors. Kaiser on the serve. Sampson. Kaiser tried to get the dig, but could not. Sampson gets the kill. Haley Sampson's got her second. As Weber comes back in to serve. It is 14-6. Weber, Kaiser, Keenholz will set for Reagan Wiebe. Dugouts. Weber at the nets and blocked by Schleckaway and down for McKenna Schleckaway. And it's 15-6, a 9-point lead here for the Governors. Remy Price is in to serve. Here's a sophomore. The back line, that is misplayed, and Remy Price has got an ace. And it's 16-6. A 10-point lead here for Piierre in set 3. Here is Price again on the serve. He played from Schneider. Across, Kaiser is there. Keenholz is set for Reagan Wiebe. That goes off the net and played, though, by the Bobcats. It'll be over from Wilson. Kaiser is there to Williger, a chance. That goes off the net. It was played off of Brookings, so they will not get the point yet. Keenholz set from to Williger. Reagan Wiebe, that goes into the student section off of Nelson, and Reagan Wiebe will get another kill. And it's another point for the Piierre Governors. They lead by 11, 17-6. Price on the serve. Dabrowski tipped over the nets, and that will end the streak the Governors were on, as Landry Wilson will get the kill. And has put the Governors still up by 10 here in set number 3. They got to win this one, down 2-0. From the far side on the serve. Kaiser is there. Keenels keeps it alive. Much looking out from the back line. Got it over. At the net, Bergen across. Kaiser to dig, but it goes out to the bleachers. It is now 17-8. So a 9-point lead. As another serve upcoming from the Bobcats. Mucho Canals receives it. Keenels to set for Reagan Wiebe. That is down for a kill for Reagan Wiebe. And it's now 18-8. That goes off of one of the Piierre Governors on the volleyball as it was rolled back. So a little delay before Austin Wiebe will serve with a 10-point lead here in set number 3. Austin Wiebe across. Nelson to receive. Weber to the far side. That is off from Cat charging and then misplay. It was tipped by the Governor Walt, and it will be out for a point for Brookings. So there's now 18-9. Wilson on the serve. Excuse me, Dobrensky on the serve. Charging off the net, and it is down for a point for Brookings, and it's now 18-10. Dobrensky again will serve, the 5'8 sophomore from the far side. Kaiser to receive. Keenels to set. Groundland got it over on the third hit. It'll be from the far side. Mucho Canals to dig. Keenels is set for Reagan Wiebe coming in the middle of the floor. He got blocked, but Austin Wiebe to play it. Keenels tried to get in the corner, but played still by the Bobcats. Charging. That goes too far. And the Governors have it back to a 9-point lead, 19-10. That one just barely out from charging. Wiebe and Kaiser have combined for 24 kills here tonight. Reagan Wiebe on the serve. Chance in the front of the net. Blocked up. Nelson is there to play, though. Here's another chance for charging. Tipped to the net. Austin Wiebe set by Keenels. Kaiser got it tipped and dug out by the Bobcats. It'll be over by Weber. Reagan Wiebe set from Keenels. Groundland goes down for a kill. Kenzie Groundland makes it 20-10. And up to 27 assists here tonight for Maya Keenels. She needs 38 to get 1,000 assists. Here is Weber. That will go off the wall of Keenels and Groundland down for a point for Brookings. As it was Adamson with the kill. Her 5th of the night. And it is 20-11 here in set number 3. Brittany Bergen to serve. The 5'8 senior. Austin Wiebe is there. Keenels now will set for Groundland. That one is tips and a kill for Kenzie Groundland. Was first said it was out, but it was called a kill for Groundland. And it's 21-11. Here is Mucho Canals to serve. As it will be played, Bergen at the net. Got tipped by the Governors, over from Brookings. Keenels the set for Kaiser, tipped to the net and played by the Bobcats. Good play by Schneider. She's fallen away from it. That one got tipped by the Governors, but it goes into the bleachers, and it's 21-12. The Governors still lead by 9 here in set number 3. Right now they're on their way to get a 4th set, but they've got to finish it out here against Brookings. It'll be over Austin Wiebe. Keenels got it across, but Sampson is right there. Schleichway got it back across. And now it'll be set from Bergen from the back line, off the net and down, as charging will get the kill. And it's now 21-13. An 8-point lead here for Piierre again in set 3. Kaiser to receive the serve from the front line. Schleichway goes into the net, and it's 21-14. And Coach Keenels not really sure, maybe taking a timeout here if Brookings takes another point. That one will go to the net, though, so charging got the serve into the net, and it's 22-14. The Governors will gladly take that miscue. Reese Terwilliger is back in for Austin Wiebe, the freshman. Maya Keenels It's back to serve. Nelson to receive. Bergen to set, tipped over and down for a point for the Bobcats. 22-15. Again, the lead is 7 here at set 3. The Governors are trying to close this third set out. They need this third set to keep things moving. Nelson across. Mucho Canals, Keenholz for Kaiser. Tipped and over for Avery Kaiser. Get the kill. And it's 23-15. An 8-point lead. Avery Kaiser. Sampson got the reception of the serve. Mucho Canals will dig it out. Keenholz for Kaiser. Off the net, but played by Brookings. Sampson will set the far side. Wilson tapped it over. Mucho Canals to Williger, tried to set it. Over from Reagan Wiebe. Sampson, that goes off the net and played by Kaiser. Now the chance for Schleckway to the corner, and that goes out. Just barely out from Schleckway. And it's 23-16. So again, the lead is 7 for Piierre in set number 3. Here is Mackenzie Weber again to serve. Avery Kaiser, Mucho Canals, Kaiser into the nets, and it's 23-17. And again, with Keenholz, she has 2 timeouts left. The Governors only need 2 points here to take it to set number 4. But where they sit at with a 6-point lead, and now Brookings kind of starting to charge a little bit. Maybe think using that one a timeout. Reagan Wiebe got blocked, but that goes out. So it'll be 24-17. I believe that would be another assist for by Keenholz, which would put her at 30. As Wiebe's got 11. 11 kills here. Avery Kaiser still got the game high with 15. That one just too far from Remy Price, trying to close it out, so it's 24-18. And 6 points here. It had 7 points, but 6 points to work with to the Governors. So from the far side, there'll be a serve from the Bobcats. Mucho Canals is there. Keenholz. Wiebe got it across. It'll be set. Bergen. Mucho Canals to dig it out. Keenholz now to set for Terwilliger. Got it over, but not down for a point. Charging across the third hit. Kaiser is there to dig. Keenholz is set for Reagan Wiebe. Got a tip to the net, but played from the back line of the Bobcats. Charging again over. Mucho Canals another dig. Keenholz to set for Reagan Wiebe. Tip to the net, but played by the Bobcats. Bergen to set, and a lift is going to be called. A 2-hit violation going to be called on Bergen, and that's going to close out set number 3. 25-18. The Governors pick up the third set, so they are not done yet. Down 2-1 here in the best of 5. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. As we welcome you back here to Ricks High School, we are getting set for the fourth set of the night. 2-1 in favor of the Brookings Bobcats. It was 25-18 in that third set. And according to my stats, Maya Keenels needs just 8 to get to 1,000 assists on the evening. And I believe maybe has been relayed over to the PA for the night that she's closing in on the mark and should have it here in the fourth set. It's going to be great to have it in front of the home fans as Maya Keenels is within 8 assists and should get it here in the fourth set. I mean, when you look at the stats right now for Piierre, 15 kills for Avery Kaiser, 11 for Reagan Wiebe, 26 kills between the two. And you had another 5 for Schleckaway and for Gronlund. I mean, the Governors have a lot of kills here tonight, and that's what's given the Maya Keenels an opportunity to get 1,000 assists. I'm having a discussion here with the official and Coach Bergen before we get to the start of the fourth set. As Nelson is in, and will take the place of Gracie Adamson. Nelson the libero. So Metro Canals will take over for Schleckaway. And it'll be the Governors to serve first. So here is Morkia Metro Canals to serve. That one goes in the net, so the Governors start not so well here in the fourth set. As it's 1-0. Taylor Dobrensky will serve. Dobrensky, Kaiser to receive. Keenels just set. Reagan Wiebe got tipped to the net, but played back. Keenels again. Metro Canals from the back line. We dug out by the Bobcats. Charging. Dug out by Metro Canals, but that might have been going out. It would have been tough. It would have been close if it went out or not, but it's 2-0 now for the Bobcats. So here again is Dobrensky. Gronlund is called for a lift, and it's 3-0 on the ace. So Brookings has opened up a quick 3-0 lead. Dobrensky from the far corner. We go across. Austin Wiebe is there to play. Keenels to set for Gronlund. Tipped it over the net, but played by the Bobcats. Weber at the net and down for charging for a kill, and it's quickly 4-0 here for Brookings. Not the start that Piierre was hoping for in this fourth set, as they've got to find a way here. Want to try and get to a fifth set. As here again, Dobrensky on the serve. Kaiser to play. Keenels, Reagan Wiebe. That's down for a kill, and there's one of the 8 assists for Maya Keenels. Has now moved to 991 in her career. Here's Maya Keenels again. Going to be Weber to play at the nets. Over Metro Canals is going to roll up the side of the backboard. Still played by the Governors. Metro Canals will get it over the third hit. Governors still have life at this point. It'll be charging. That is tipped by Piierre. And then they will say it was tipped from the corner judge on the far side of the court was saying it was tipped. And so then the near side judge was saying that it was tipped, but I think she was playing from the far side judge, and it is tipped by the Governor, so it is a point for the Bobcats. But hey, discussion, figure out exactly what you saw, what everybody saw, and they get the point right, and the Bobcats will pick it up. Maya Keenels, Metro Canals over in the third hits. Bergen, Sampson will be off the nets from charging, and the Governors got the point. And it's now 5-2. Down by 3 here in set 4. They're trailing 2-1 in the sets. They need this one again to force a fifth and deciding set. They'll be at the net, played over. Metro Canals is there to dig. Terwilliger will set. Gronlund tipped it over, but did not get it down for the point for the Governor. Sampson got it across, but Kaiser is there to get it right back over. Here's charging again, blocked up at the net. And over. Dug out by Reagan Wiebe. as Keno's got a piece of it, and then Metro Canals went diving for it in the third hit. Last desperation chance, but it'll be a point for Brookings, and it's now 6-2. In to serve is Brittany Bergen. Excuse me, that's charging to serve. Keno's set for to Williger. It got tipped to the net, so it's still played by the Governors. Metro Canals across to the third hit. Bergen will set at the net, tipped, and Metro Canals to dig. Keno's now to set for Kaiser. That goes in the net from Kaiser, and it's now 7-2. And Coach Stosur gets up to talk to the Governors. 5-point lead for the Bobcats. Kaiser to receive. That's going to go behind the bench. And it's an ace. And it's now 8-2. So Charging has got back-to-back points here for Brookings. A 6-point lead. Metro Canals. Here is Kenols to the back line for Reagan Wiebe. Tipped off the hands and down for a point for the Governors. And Reagan Wiebe for the back line will get the kill. Make it 13 of the night for the senior. Price is in for Gronlin. And Price will go back to serve. A 5-point lead here for Brookings in set number 4. Price to the back line. Nelson is there. Bergen to set from the near side. Rolls off the nets. As it was Adamson that put it into the nets for the Bobcats. It's now 8-4. Price again, the sophomore to serve. Short serve off the nets to the back, and Remy Price will pick up the point, and it's now 8-5. So they pulled within 3 now of the Governors. And Price again. Will be to the back line. Bergen at the net, too far for the Bobcats, and it's now 8-6. Oh, a 9-5. It said it was touched. Thought that went out from Brookings. They're saying it was touched. So now here's Nelson. And Wiebe can't handle the serve, and it's 10-5. The Governors picked up that third set win. They're still trying to find one more here win to force a fifth and deciding set. Nelson across. Wiebe, Kenols, Kaiser, down for Avery Kaiser. And now 5 away is Maya Kenols. Not the usual assist that Kenols gets. So here's Austin Wiebe. Wiebe to the back line, Sampson to play. Over from Nelson. Metro Canals is there. Kenols now for Schleckaway. That's too far from the kind of Schleckaway. And it's 11-6. Again, don't forget, after this game is over, we will get you out to Arlington for the conclusion of Game 6 of the World Series. But we will not go until this game is over, but it's back-to-back aces, or another ace for Brookings. This one for Mackenzie Weber. They're in the bottom of the 4th out in Arlington. The Rays still lead 1-0. Weber again. Addie Cumbo's in for the first time. Kenols for Kaiser. That gets into the net and down for Avery Kaiser to get the kill. And Mike Kenols is now 4 away. 12-7. Governors trail by 5. Kaiser, Nelson. Here is Weber. It'll be too far and out from the Bobcats. And it's 12-8. Now here is Avery Kaiser again. To the back line. Weber over. Metro Canals is there. Kenols is set for Wiebe. Tipped off the net. Schleckway got a piece of it. Diving at the front of the net. Metro Canals got it tipped. This one will not get over. And it'll be a misplay from the Bobcats. A 2-hit violation. And it's 12-9. So the Governors are back down by just 3. Kaiser again to serve. Off the left arm and then over on the third hit. That goes out by Brookings from Weisbeck. and it's now 12-10. And the Governors are down by just 2. Here is Avery Kaiser. Another time for the Governors. Short serve. Weisbeck was able to get to it to the corner. Metro Canals is right there. Keenels will set the net for Schleckaway. That one's down for Schleckaway. And it's 12-11. 3 assists to go for Maya Keenels. 12-11. The Governors down by 1. Kaiser. Weisbeck. Weber at the net. Over. Metro Canals got a piece of it. Gets over again. And Brookings, I don't think they realized where that was going to be played at. And it's tied up at 12-12. And Coach Bergen does not use the timeout yet. It's been 7 straight here for the Governors. It's 12-all. Kaiser across. Looking to give the Governors that first lead here in set number 4. Tipped over. Austin Wiebe is there. Keenels to set for Reagan Wiebe. That one is dug out by Weisbeck. It'll be over off the net and down for the Governors to get the point again. Landry Wilson couldn't get the point. It's 13-12. And Coach Bergen again, still not using that timeout. Kaiser at the serve. 13-12 lead for Piierre. Weber over. Metro Canals is there. Austin Wiebe and Metro Canals run into each other. Wiebe got her shot dug out. Across. Austin Wiebe. Maya Keenels. Now here is Kaiser to get it across for Nelson. At the net. Played back from Weber. Over from the Bobcats. Austin Wiebe. Keenels just set for Reagan Wiebe. That is nearly down. No lift was called, but it's still going to be playing for the Governors. Keenels will put it down for a kill. It's 14-12. Maya Keenels got her second kill. And the lead is 14-12. And the timeout taken by Coach Bergen. The Governors have scored 9 in a row. And they lead by 2 here in set 4. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. (14-12) lead here for the Governors in set number 4. As they have scored 9 in a row to take this 2-point lead. Coach Bergen seemed to take a long time to use that first timeout. She still got one left. It wasn't like that she was waiting for a certain point, and because she only had one timeout, she had those 2 timeouts and has just now used that first one. But the Governors have all the momentum right now. Let's see if they can keep it after this timeout. Kaiser on the serve. Weber to set. That one is down, and Wilson has made it 14-13. That's a big point for the Bobcats to pull within 1. So a 1-point lead here for the Piierre Governors. Sydney Schneider will serve. Schneider across. Austin Wiebe is there. Keenels will get a set for Wiebe, but dug out on the back line by the Bobcats. It'll be over from Charging. That might have been going out, but it's still played by Charging. Dug out from Kaiser. Keenels now to set for Schleckaway. Got it over, and it will be played and down, and McKenna Schleckaway will get the point. We'll be down to 2 assists for Maya Keenels. Schleckaway's got 7. Boy, Kaiser's got 17 kills here tonight. 13 for Reagan Wiebe. This has been an impressive game so far for those 2. Weber to set for Charging. Tip to the nets and an over and down for the Bobcats, and it's now 15-14. A 15-14 lead for Piierre. That goes in the nets. And a point for the Governors, and 16-14. Mike Keenels will go back to serve. Again, by calculations, she only needs 2. That's Keenels for assist to get that 1,000 mark. Metro Canals, Maya Keenels. It'll be Kenzie Crowley goes down. And Maya Keenels gets one more assist, 17-14. Kenzie Groundland to serve. Maya Keenels to serve. Kenzie Groundland got that last point. Nelson, it'll be over. Mucho Canals, Keenels to sets for Reagan Wiebe. That one got tipped. It's still alive. Kaiser back to Williger on the third hit. It comes back across the Bobcats. Bergen, Mucho Canals, Keenels to set for Terwilliger. That one is down. And another kill for Reese Terwilliger. And Maya Keenels just has 1,000 assists for her career. Congratulations to Maya Keenels. 18-14 lead. Keenels to serve. Over. Mucho Canals with a dig. On the third hit, Terwilliger got it over. Chance. And that one is down for Kate Charging to pick up the points. That's 18-15. So Maya Keenels has gotten 38 assists here tonight. 38 assists tonight to get to 1,000 assists for her career. And she gets to do it in front of the home crowd. Avery Kaiser for Reagan Wiebe. That one got blocked to the nets, but still played. Keenels to set for Reagan Wiebe again. That one got blocked and is down for the Bobcats. And it's now 18-16. So a 2-point lead for the Bobcats. Now that Keenels has got that 1,000 assists, let's go get this fourth win here. Fourth set win. Terwilliger. Groundland. Now it's going to be over from Kaiser on the third hit. Nelson is there. Bergen charging. Got it over. Mucho Canals is right there to set for Keenels to Wiebe, but dug out by Nelson. Charging. Got it blocked, but keeps it alive. Blocked again by the Governors and Groundland. Over. Diving play from Sampson. And it gets over from Nelson. Kaiser. Keenels to set to Williger. Too far. And Brookings is now down by one. And all the momentum right now is going back to the side for Brookings. And Coach Keenels will take a timeout. 18-17. Governors lead by one here in set number 4. Back in 30 seconds. So listen to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR. Today's KCCR.com. (18-17) lead here for the Piierre Governors in set number 4. Governors had a strong lead in this second set. They had a strong nine straight points at one point. But now it's down to just a 1-point lead here for Piierre. Bergen, she will serve from the near side. Looking to tie it up. Terwilliger is there. Keenels. Now for Reagan Wiebe. That is down for a point for Reagan Wiebe. Keenels will continue to add on to her assist total here tonight. 19-17. Governors lead by 2. Here's Reagan Wiebe again on the serve. Played at the nets. Tipped. And that's over for a kill for the Bobcats. It's now 19-18. Governors are trying to force that 5th and deciding sets here this evening. Trying to come back from an 0-2 hole again. Here is the Bobcats on the serve. Charging will serve. She's got 17 kills here tonight. Keenels diving for it. Kaiser to the back line. Be set. Wilson got it blocked. Kept alive, and that violation is called on Brookings. And it's 19-18. The Governors have the lead again. 2018, they lead by 2 here again. Remy Price is back in. A 2-point lead here in set 4 for the Governors. Trying to force a game 5. Price on the serve, the back line. Wilson is there. Bergen will set. Going to be over from Adamson. Good dig there from Kaiser, from Keenels. Price They're going to say, nope, they're going to give the point to Brookings. It was a forehand violation on Piierre. It did not get touched by Brookings. Keenels and Kruger, Coach Kruger, trying to plead their case along with the Piierre Governors, but will not win the argument. And it's a 1-point lead. Nelson will, Wiebe misplayed it, and it's 20-20. And Addison Cumbo was back in, 20-20 here in set 4. This is a big point upcoming. Kaiser to receive. Keenels to set for Kaiser. Over the net, but played by Bergen. Sampson for Wilson. And that's right down, and it's 21-20. And it's a 1-point lead for the Bobcats here in set 4. Here is Nelson again. Cumbo to receive. Keenels to set. Schleck away. Got it blocked, but Kaiser is there. Going to get over. Wilson got blocked by Terwilliger. And they tie it up again to the Governors. 21-21. Austin Wiebe is in for Terwilliger. The freshman coming up big here in this 4th set. 21-21. Austin Wiebe on the serve. That goes in the net. And it's 22-21 for Brookings. Here is Mackenzie Weber. A 1-point lead for Brookings here in set 4. Cumbo to receive the serve. Keenels keeps it alive. Fleck away. Goes in the net. And it's 23-21. And it's now 2 points to go for the Bobcats to pick up the match win. Weber to serve. A timeout, though, will be taken by Keenels before the serve. 23-21 here in set 4. The Governors are trying to force that 5th and deciding set. Back in 30 seconds. You listen to Piierre Governor Volleyball on today's KCCR and today's KCCR.com. It is 23-21. The Governors trail by 2 here in set number 4. As it is Weber to serve. Cumbo to receive. Keenels will set for Kaiser. That goes off of Brookings and down for a big kill for Avery Kaiser. And it's 23-22. Kaiser now with 18 kills here on the evening. And Kaiser is back to serve. She does have an ace. Just over the net, almost got a second one. Will it be played? Metro Canals. Here is Keenels to set for Wiebe. Tip to the net. Still played. Great dig there from Weisbeck. And it's going to get over from the Bobcats. No, it doesn't. It is not over. As Wilson put it into the nets. And it's 23-23. And Coach Bergen will take a timeout. Wilson had the opportunity on an easy bump across to the third hit. She put it in the nets. And it is tied 23-23 here in set 4. This is, it feels like it's set 5 right now, but the Governors, if they win this set, they still got to find a way to get a 5th set win. They don't want a repeat of what happened last Friday. And of course, you don't want to lose here in this set 4 set, but you're using this energy to get back after being down 0-2. You got to use that energy and use the momentum into set 5 and you got to create the doubt right away for Brookings. If you get to that 5th set, create doubt in Brookings in the first couple points to put them out for the game. They get a 5-set win. Kaiser out of the timeout with the serve. Weber at the net. Wilson, that goes off the net, but is going to be a forehand violation on Brookings. So it's 24-23, and the Governors can close it out here on this next point. And Avery Kaiser is still serving for Piierre. So the Governors have right now, they can use that as a break here. Kaiser. Weber. It'll be set over. Reagan Wiebe is there. Keenels just set. Schleckaway over, got blocked in the net, but Schleckaway is there again. Keenels will put it in the corner. Nelson is there. Weber will set. Wilson got it over and down. And as Wilson will tie it up 24-24. So we will play to at least 26. You got to win by 2. Here is Sydney Schneider to serve. 24-24. Schneider across. Kaiser to receive. Keenholz the set for Reagan Wiebe. Tipped and down. Reagan Wiebe gets the kill. And it's 25-24. Reagan Wiebe's up to 15 kills here tonight. 33 kills between Kaiser and Wiebe. And this is just the 4th set. But the Governors again can win it here. Metro Canals will serve. That is over. Played by Schneider at the net. No net violation. Metro Canals. Keenholz for Wiebe. That's too far from Wiebe. And we are tied at 25. So we got to go to at least 27. And again, the Governors are the ones trying to win this to send this to a 5th and deciding set. If Brookings picks up the 4th set, they will pick up the win. Keenholz to set for Wiebe. Tipped to the net, but played by the Bobcats. Here is Bergen. Over and down from Cat charging, and it's 26-25. And now Brookings has their first chance to win this set and would win the game if they can get this next point. That's the 18th kill from charging. Here is Dombrowski to serve for the win. Austin Wiebe, Reagan Wiebe, grounded, got it across, played to the back, over, and Kaiser to play. Keenholz to set for Reagan Wiebe. That one, and down for Reagan Wiebe. Got tipped and missed by Dombrowski, and it's 26-26. So we continue on. Boy, what an incredible 4th set this is. 26-26. Here's Maya Keenholz. She will serve to the back line. Weber over, dug out by Metro Canals. Wiebe got it across, played to the back line. And here's a chance for charging. Got it over, but Keenholz is there. Terwilliger now will set for Reagan Wiebe. Tip to the net, and still alive for the Bobcats. Blocked up, dug out by Terwilliger. Over from Keenholz with a 3rd hit, got it across. Here is Weber, a chance. That one's blocked by the Governors, but still played by the Bobcats. Weber for Bergen. That one's over, but right to Kaiser. Keenholz now will set for Reagan Wiebe. That one got blocked up. Kaiser was there, but she pulled it over to the bench. And it's now 27-26. And the Bobcats have a second chance to close it out here tonight. Well, the Governors have got to find a way to get this point. 27-26. Here is Bergen to serve again for the win. Terwilliger did not get called for a lift. Kaiser will get it over on the 3rd hit. Here is Bergen to set. A chance for charging. Got it blocked to the net, but played by charging again. Nelson. Sampson will get it over. Metro Canals is there. Keenholz will set for Reagan Wiebe. That one, it was tipped. And over from Sampson. Still going here for this point. Metro Canals comes across to get over the 3rd hit. Bergen to set for Sampson. That one dug out by Kaiser, and it goes out. And the Bobcats will pick up the win 28-26 here in set number 4. And the Governors just quite can't get that 4th set win. And we'll go down here in 4 sets tonight. We'll step aside for 30 seconds, and we will come back to wrap this one up. You're listening to Piierre Governor Volleyball. Today's KCCR. Today's KCCR.com. Back here at Riggs High School as we will wrap things up here for the evening, get you out to Game 6 of the World Series as a little bit later than what we were planning on getting you out to. But World Series Game 6 coverage will conclude. Great effort by the Piierre Governors here tonight. They didn't get the win, but fantastic effort by Avery Kaiser, Reagan Wiebe, and even Maya Keenholz, who now has 1,000 assists on her career. Fantastic performance by this Governor team that just couldn't quite get to that 5th set. and they fell in 4 sets. They lost 25-19, 25-22. They won the third set 25-18, and then lost 28-26 here tonight to the Brookings Bobcats. Next time they will be in action Thursday. Next time we'll have a Piierre Governor game for you. It'll be Friday as they take on Yankton, and that'll be here at Riggs High School. Be on the air around 6:45 for that one, and 7 o'clock for first serve. Our Piierre Governor football game on Thursday, that'll be at 6:45 as well, 6:35 with kickoff at 7 o'clock. You can listen to it right here on today's KCCR, KCCR.com, and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Thanks to Deidre Scott back at the station. I'm John Winkler. And again, the Governors, they fall tonight here 25-19, 25-22. They 18-25 and 28-26 in 4 sets as we now send you out to Arlington for the Game 6 of the World Series between the Rays and Dodgers as we say goodnight from Riggs High School.